what is behind Jesus' strategy to send the apostles in pairs? Jesus called the disciples to himself and sent them out two by two. Can it be done today? And we will be also talking about a very imaginative question. How did Jesus manage to pair them? Did he pair the brothers together? Did he pair in a different way? We are talking about Mark chapter 6 verses 7 to 13, in which Jesus is sending his disciples in pairs of two to accomplish a mission, to preach repentance, announce the kingdom, and cast out demons, heal the sick, and bring them back to the community. Jesus' strategy to send the apostles in pair is powerful, and for four reasons. It looks very simple, but these reasons are deeply rooted in the Bible. They are part of the cultural norms of the time, and they are practical common sense. The first powerful reason behind Jesus' strategy is a partner providing strength. A partner will provide and protect the other from physical danger, will definitely provide companionship, and he will encourage the companion in difficult moments. According to Ecclesiasticus 4:10, it is written that if you fall down, your companion will lift you up. And woe to the one who falls down and there is no one to lift him. The second person lends credibility. According to Deuteronomy 15:19, there are two or three persons required, a witness of two or three are required to convict a person of a crime. One witness is likely to make a mistake. So Jesus sends them in pairs of two to make sure that they can witness. One witness of one disciple will be less credible than witness of two disciples. Jesus could have sent them in groups of three, but two was enough. And sometimes there are chances that among the groups of three, two people will bond together and gang up against a third. A partner fosters accountability. A person is less likely to commit and submit to temptation in the presence of the other. Now, Jesus wanted his disciples to be accountable in the ministry, and when they have the companionship of the other, it is good support for them to confront the evil in the world. It's a sign of a community. Sending them two by two is a sign of a community. Kingdom is a community. And in Jesus' ministry, Jesus was inviting people to be part of this kingdom community. He was restoring the sick. He was asking for repentance so that they can be brought and back to the community. So by sending them two by two, he's sending a very symbolic message of community. This is a very imaginative question. How did Jesus pair these apostles? He was sending them in pairs of two. Now, do you think that Jesus has been pairing a stronger disciple like Simon Peter with a weaker disciple like Simon the Canadian? And and then there will be a confusion because there were two Simons. Or did Jesus pair Simon Peter with his brother Andrew? And what about the sons of Zebedee, like James? Did he pair James with his brother John? Or did he pair, because these sons of Zebedee were also called sons of thunder. They were only noisy guys. Did Jesus pair a noisy guy with a much silent guy like Thaddeus? Because we hardly hear him speak in the Gospels. His name is just mentioned in the list of the apostles. This is not up for a debate. But we can also think about whom did Jesus pair his future betrayer, Judas Iscariot. And what would be the feelings of those people who would be paired with the future betrayer of Jesus? But these questions, they are not up for debate. But Bible provides us lots of possibilities for imagination and to make our faith stronger. So what is the point of the story of sending out 12 apostles? For a short period of time. The emphasis is always in preaching repentance and announcing the kingdom. And all other ministry aspects of Jesus, like curing the sick, casting out demons, they were all components that bring people back to the community, restores their status and dignity. That is what is the point of the story. Jesus sends out these apostles, these close followers, because they had seen Jesus preach, they had seen Jesus heal. He had sent his disciples to do exactly what he was doing, to preach and proclaim the kingdom. So why did Jesus command his disciples not to take anything? Now Jesus sends his disciples with specific instruction. Do not take anything, for no food, no money in your wallet. Jesus allows them to take a stuff and a pair of sandals, but no tunics. What is the point of the story? The point of the story is not to be disturbed by frivolous details in ministry. Now Jesus is demanding to go beyond simplicity towards a reckless faith. The disciples are to journey without the basic trusting in the hospitality of the people and the providence of God. Starting a journey without provisions is an act of profound faith. I stay in the same house. See, Jesus instructs his disciple, whenever you enter a house, stay in that house until you depart from that town. It has two reasons. First, it will avoid a bad feeling among the host who may be embarrassed if the disciples are leaving his house in search of better accommodation. Secondly, it also avoids distraction of the disciples to focus on personal levels of comfort. Can it be done today, like Jesus sent his disciples in pairs of 2 by 2? Can you do it today? Answer is yes and no. But before I give you this answer, I would share an experience that we had during our novitiate. Our novice master did send us in pairs of 2 by 2, giving us specific instructions and where to go, what to do, what not to take. It was a very powerful experience. I still remember that day. We celebrated Mass. He read his Gospel and he sent us after the Mass, just like Jesus. But it's a very challenging scenarios today. So one way, yes, no, you cannot send it like Jesus did it, because we are living in a different situation, different setup. Those laws that were existing during the time of Jesus does not apply today. Every Jewish household were expected to provide for a traveler both food and lodging. These type of social norms do not exist today. So in that way, it is not possible. But if there are chances, how we experience, I experienced, there are people who are hospitable, and that's a blessing. Another way it is possible to continue this mission. Now Jesus' basic emphasis in sending his disciples is not to focus on trivial things, on tribal matters, but to be focused onto the mission. And that message is timeless, and we can still do it today. When we are in ministry, we have to focus onto our mission. Jesus sends out his apostles to do what? And you know it. Jesus sent them out to preach repentance, announce the kingdom, and to do these two particular things, do these aspects of ministry, to cast out demons, to heal the sick, and bring them back to the community. This is why Jesus sends out his disciples. And like the disciples, Jesus is sending you and me. This command is for all of us. We can look at this text of Mark chapter 6 verses 7 to 13 as a sandwich between Jesus' success in Galilee and his rejection in his hometown. The disciples had seen Jesus perform miracles, being successful, becoming popular, but they had also noticed a different wave. Opposition against Jesus was rising. It's a very strong reminder that the work of Christ continues in the face of persecution, opposition, and even rejection. Thank you for staying with me and watching the entire video. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Invite your friends to subscribe my channel so that we can promote this gospel. Give this video a like, share this video with your friends. Definitely write your feelings, your suggestions in the comment section below. And see you in the next video. God bless you.